what's going on, YouTube? We back at it again with another banger video. All right, man, to kick the video off, man, as y'all can see, I had some little footage in the intro. Y'all can see me running the shotgun. That was the Beretta A300, the AR-15 that I was using in the video. Regular PSA, AR-15, nothing crazy. Then had that thing for 2 years, and also the Glock 19. So we about to go ahead and get into it. I'm gonna break everything down and why I specifically choose these three. If I could only choose three firearms, and if I told anybody new, if it was three firearms you need to own, these would be the three. All right, first things first, man, we got to kick it off with the handgun, which is the Glock 19. Now, full disclaimer, before I even get into this, no, you don't have to have a Glock specifically. Would I recommend a Glock? Of course, because, that's what I carry, that's what I know. And Glock is a tried and true company. Glock's been around for years. So, they got pretty good quality things. This gun is going to run. Is it the best handgun on the market with all the bells and whistles? No, by all means, there's other firearms out there with better triggers, better this, better that. But when it comes down to reliability, aftermarket capability, and just overall consistency across the whole firearm platform, the Glocks, they freaking run, bro. First thing, man, I'll tell anybody, look, if you're gonna get a firearm, get you a handgun first. The reason I say you should own a handgun, especially if you're new, start off with a handgun unless you're not old enough to purchase one. But start off with a handgun. And I say that on the basis of you can conceal it. Right now, I got I don't know if it's in frame or not, but it should be. I got my Glock 43X. This is another handgun that I use, that I like to carry for EDC. But the main component with the pistol is that you can conceal it. All right, you know what I'm saying? You want to be able to have something that you can carry around everywhere you go. All right, you throw your shirt on, put your shirt over your, your gun, and now you got something on you at all times. Also, it can be a great home defense tool. I mean, protecting your home, yeah, having a bigger caliber would be better, but I would tell anybody, I'd rather for you to have a handgun that's chambered in 9 mil, 45, 10 mil, whatever you're gonna use. I don't really care, but have a handgun, man, something you can get access to quick and go out there and train, man. On mine, I kept it real basic. It's nothing crazy on it. I got a TLR1 HL Streamlight, got a mag well, some handle it grips, and a Terran Tactical +5. So, just a nice, cool setup. This is not the MOS version, so I cannot put an optic. Would I like to have the MOS version? Yeah, I would. But truth be told, bro, you don't really need any of that stuff. You don't really need a flashlight. You don't really need an optic. All of those things are, add-ons. They can help you in certain situations. For example, if I have an optic, I'll probably be able to hit out at 30, 40, 50 yards better versus without an optic. And a flashlight, self-explanatory. You got the ability to illuminate if you need to. But if I'm being honest, in most self-defense situations, you probably wouldn't even be able to deploy a light, like, if we got to be real. But it's always great to have that option, especially for your home. So I had to go with a light. So that's enough with the pistol. Let's get into the next one. Now, the next firearm I feel like every American grown man should own is a shotgun. Listen, I don't care what kind of shotgun it is. I don't care what it's by. I'm not about to get into all of that. So, if you want to, get your Benellis or this, or you want to go low end, I don't care, man. Just get you a shotgun. What I have right here is the Beretta A300. This is a really nice shotgun. I paid about $1,000, like right on the head. I know some people would say that's expensive. Some would say it's not that expensive. Hey, to each his own, but this is what I got. As you can see, man, all black furniture all across the board. I got a stream light, just a simple stream light up there with a pressure pad. I also got a red dot right here, just to get a better sight picture. And this red dot is really good. I didn't pay that much for it. It has never lost zero. After hundreds of rounds through this shotgun, that's a lot of recoil, and it hasn't lost zero. So really good optic. And I have a shell holder on this side, and one slot shell holder right here. Now, the reason I say you need to get a shotgun, man, I feel like you should just own it for your home at least. If you're not hunting, cool. But something to protect your home with, man, this is it. This is going to be able to stop a threat. I don't care what they own. I don't care what they taking, what they drinking. People doing break-ins, they might be high off something, and you know, maybe that 9mm ain't got enough stopping power. I don't care what somebody on. This right here will do the job. You got a double out buck or a slug coming at them, hitting them right in the chest. It's gonna do the job for sure. So, you know, I highly recommend a shotgun for home defense. Now, when it comes to that, man, it's so many options you can go with. Me personally, I do like the semi-automatic shotguns. Pump action is great as well. I have a KSG at home right now, so you know, I would never knock a pump action. But for, you know, just for me personally, I love this shotgun, semi-auto. I can get quick shots down. I'm pretty accurate with this thing. So yeah, this is the one I train with. So Beretta A300. All right, last but not least, man, an AR-15. Listen, you don't have to do it, but I just feel like in America, man, if you got the right to own it, you know what I'm saying? You ain't got nothing against you where you can't own this thing, bro. Man, get you one. Even if you're not that big into firearms, man, I just feel like this is a necessity, and I'm gonna get into all of that in a second. But first off, all of my attachments are pretty much going on my AR-15 right now. I had a hand stop right here. For some reason, the M-lock thing did not do right. It came off. And then I also have another flashlight on the way. The light that I had on there originally, it was some wiring issues with it with the pressure pad, so I got rid of that altogether, and so I got a new light coming in for that. So yeah, it's all bare up front, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, unfortunately I don't have that on there. But other than that, I got the 6 Hour Romeo 5, a 6 Hour 3 Juliet, and a SB, I think this is the SBA 5 by SB Tactical, the pistol brace here. And this is a I can't think of the company where I got this grip from, but this is not the OEM grip that came with this rifle. Yeah, this is a PSA rifle. Before we get into purpose and all of that, I want to go ahead and knock this out the way. Bro, carry whatever rifle you want to go with. If you want to go with something super quality, I would highly recommend piecing your rifle together. All right. If you don't know about, some better quality stuff, Aero Precision, they got great uppers. BCM, they got great uppers. You could go with that. Get you a strip lower, put that thing together, put a nice trigger in. You could build you out a quality rifle. Or you could go the route, just go straight up, get you a Daniel Defense, and all of those other ones. This right here is your basic PSA rifle. Paid around $600 for it. Had it for 2 years. Never had an issue out of it. If I got to be real technical about rifles, it's not so much your lower that you're worried about. It's your upper receiver and your bolt carrier group. Well, your barrel, upper receiver, bolt carrier group, all that stuff. So if you did want to get a PSA rifle, you didn't want to go too crazy, and you want to buy a $600 rifle, I ain't gonna lie, never had any issues. This runs fine, but I would recommend upgrading the bolt carrier group just to, have less, unreliable things going on. And but for me personally, I only have good things to say about it. So yeah, it's gonna be some guys in the comment, PSA sucks, whatever, I don't care, man. But I just know for for me personally, I just never had any issues, man, 2 years in. But let's get down to the purpose. So the overall purpose of the AR-15 is pretty much self-explanatory, man. You can put a lot of bad people down very fast. That is with proper training, of course. If you don't have the proper training and you just think you're just about to pick up an AR-15 and go crazy, it don't work like that. You need to go out there. You need to train with your stuff. You need to take a course, man. If you've never took no course or nothing like that, take a course, learn from somebody else. Don't ever be too big-headed to the point where you don't want to learn from anybody else. So yeah, it's more than just, owning the firearm itself and watching videos, man. Go out there and train, go learn from somebody and things of that nature. But yeah, man, the AR-15 is just gonna be your best bet when it comes to overall defense, whether that's a shit hit the fan scenario, whether that's a break-in. This will be loud, very loud. You might not have any eardrums after you use this in a home defense situation. I know a lot of guys, I see it a lot on YouTube. I don't know if people see, I've experienced a round going off in the house before. Like right by my head. I've experienced it, a firearm going off right by my ear in a house. So I know how loud these things get, man. And that was a 9mm. And I'm telling you, I was completely like deaf for maybe, I don't know, about 20 to 30 seconds, I couldn't hear anything. All I could hear was a ring. And then it slowly came back. So I could just only imagine an AR-15 going off in the house, man, out of a 10.5-inch barrel. Whew, it's iffy. But, hey, man, you do what you want. I would always tell anybody, yeah, I would rather be deaf than dead any day. But, you know, hey, if you got a can, bro, put you a can on there. It's not going to mute the sound, but it will help you out a little bit. But, you know, that's enough of that. But other than that, man, AR-15, great home defense, great shit hit the fan option, just great overall option for any situation. And I would say, man, go ahead and get one, bro. Like, what you waiting for? They out there, go get it. If you got the money and you've been thinking about it, if you already been thinking about it, bro, stop wasting time. Go get you one of these things, man, and go out there and train. But yeah, man, when it comes to this big three category that I built up, is really just to knock off, you know, certain boxes. I do have other firearms. I have about 13 firearms, and I have several firearms for different purposes. I have a PCC as a get home bag option, you know, something that's real sleek, compact, that I can keep in a bag. I can shoot accurately and effectively. I have micro pistols. I have micro compact pistols like the Glock 43X. They all have purposes. But overall, for your everyday common person, you're not really trying to go that crazy with buying firearms. And, you know, the firearm community itself is just, it's bombarded with guns. And it makes it really hard to choose what's good, what's not good, what should I get, what shouldn't I get. And so you got all of these different options out there. And it's like, I would tell anybody, as far as pistol, if you just want to get one pistol, man, get you a compact pistol, something like the size of the Glock 19. This is going to be one of your most versatile options on the basis of, yeah, you can run this as a duty weapon. All right, you can put that on your hip, run it as a duty weapon. It is small enough that you can conceal with the proper clothing. Now, don't think you're going to come out here with no skinny, tight t-shirt and you're going to be able to conceal this. No, but with the proper clothing, you can conceal this as well. Also, with the shotguns, man, it's basic. Just a basic, I put it like this, man. It's just a basic necessity, I feel like. Having a shotgun in the home, that's why I threw that in the big three. And then last but not least, the AR-15, man. It's just, those are just three really good options. And like I said before, you can go with whatever brand, whatever company that you want to go with. That's totally subjective, to each his own with that, so I'm not getting into that. But yeah, man, that's pretty much the end of the video. If y'all did have any questions about anything you've seen in the video, man, feel free to drop it down in the comment box. I'll make sure I comment back to pretty much everyone if I can, and, you know, just depending on how many comments the video gets. But until next time, bro, I'ma holler at y'all boys. Like I always say, stay strapped, stay blessed. I'ma see you in the next vid. Peace.